Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to see my test performance in recent tests, which I took in Go classes. The first test name is Compiler Design, and the topic name is SDD and SDT. In this test, I got a 12.33 over 15 mark with only one wrong question. Starting strong in Compiler Design is a great confidence booster, as it is one of the most scoring subjects in GATE CS. The importance of following through. It is a very good test, and very nice conceptual questions are there. Question 5 is interesting, and I also did it correctly. It asked about the parse tree node point of view for synthesized and inherited attributes. Understanding how these attributes flow is a core GATE concept. However, Question 8 is where I did a silly mistake. In calculating the number of topological orders, I counted halfway and wrongly assumed it would be 12. That assumption is wrong. Pro tip: never guess halfway through a discrete math problem. Always complete the calculation. Facing conceptual gaps in parsing. Question 9 was a conceptual question to write semantic rules, which I have done in a good way. Next, the second test topic name is Bottom-up Parsing. In this test, I got a 16 out of 25. This is quite a less mark because of a few silly mistakes and some conceptual gaps I had. Okay, let's see exactly what went wrong. Even when scores drop, remember that identifying your weak spots now is exactly how you improve before the real exam. Time management mistakes. Question 4 was about finding an ambiguous grammar and an LR0 table, and it looked lengthy. I spent nearly 5 minutes on it and then stopped halfway, which was a huge mistake. Time management is critical. If you commit that much time, try to see the problem through. For question 6, I got the wrong answer. I chose options B and D, but I still need to check the solution from their side. Bouncing back with perfect basics. Question 11 was a very silly mistake. I went for option D with a surface level thought process, thinking it was correct. It was an easy option, but I missed it. Question 14 was also a huge mistake regarding the LALR1 table, showing that I need to revise more. Then, I moved to the next test, the syntax analyzer topic. In this test, I got 25 out of 25 marks, and it was a very nice test. A maximum of the questions asked were from the basics of left factoring, left recursive, and checking if a grammar is LL1 or not. I liked this test because each question tested the knowledge of a particular small concept. Remember, GATE doesn't always test complex theorems. It tests your absolute mastery of these fundamental basics. Graph theory and reading carefully. The last test is the graph theory full syllabus. In this, I got a 21 out of 25. 2 questions were silly mistakes. 1 question was misunderstood. I thought an isolated vertex meant a degree of 1. And I completely forgot the concept of a pendant vertex. Another question asked about a false statement. I gave the true statement as my answer. These 2 are very simple level silly mistakes that I need to correct. Always read the words not or false extremely carefully in the exam. That's all on this week. Thank you. Subscribe for more content.